I know what you're thinking. Girl, where the hell you been? Well, get ready with me while I tell you what's been going on. Because it's been a roller coaster of events. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I haven't said that in so long, but I think I'm back. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Welcome back. I missed y'all. Like, I really did. So, let's get into where I've been and what's happening right now. Okay, so first things first, let's talk health. I went home for the holidays, and when I returned back to Texas, I was sick. Like, sick as a dog, okay? So I'm thinking, is this COVID? What is this? So I'm thinking maybe it's just a cold, took my little meds, did what I needed to do, but it was not breaking. Because the cold wasn't breaking, I finally was like, let me head over to urgent care to see what's good. Like, something else is going on here, and we need to get to the bottom of it, basically. So I go to urgent care, and the lady is looking at me like, she takes my vitals, you know, blood pressure, weight, height, and all that stuff. And as she gets to my blood pressure, she's like, let me call a doctor in here. And I'm like, for vitals? Ma'am, what do you mean? So the nurse basically like stops doing vitals, and she's like, we gotta get the doctor in here. And I'm like, for vitals, ma'am? Like, that don't make sense. Where's the top of this? Oh. So the doctor comes in, and she's like, let me check your blood pressure one more time so we can see like what's good. And I'm like, okay. Still, I'm not thinking nothing of it because I don't have a history of anything. Honestly, I'm the preventative girl. I don't have a history of anything. So the doctor does my blood pressure again, and she was like, did you drive yourself here? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay. And I was like, why are you looking at me like I am dying? And she's like, are you feeling okay? I'm like, yeah, it's just this cold that's been lingering, and I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. I'm like, am I okay? Because y'all looking like y'all seen a dead person. So she basically like, baby, because you is dead. She said, your blood pressure is reading 166 over 102. I said, oh, I'm dead, basically. And she was like, I need you to make a doctor's appointment with your primary care doctor, like, right now. Like, ASAP, like, don't leave here, make your doctor's appointment. She's like, I'm going to give you a Z-Pack to break up your cold, but you really need to go see your primary care doctor. And I'm like, okay. So I leave there. She gives me, I go take my meds or whatever, go to the doctor. So now I'm like a little shook because I'm like, high blood pressure? Since the fuck when? So I make my doctor's appointment, go to the doctor's office, and sis said the same thing. Your blood pressure is too high, way extremely high, and because you don't feel any effects of it, we don't know how long it's been going. So I need to put you on high blood pressure medicine. And that's not for me. I'm not that girl. I'm not taking medicine every day. Like, no. I already know my family history, so I try to be super preventative about shit like that. So I was like, no ma'am, what's option B? What is option B here? And she said, the option B is I can give you 30 days and you can see if you can bring your blood pressure down by yourself. Other than that, I had to put you on this high blood pressure medicine. So she was like, we can figure out dosage once you come back in 30 days and we'll see where we can go from there. So that was November, December to January, because you know how doctor's appointments is around that time. You can't get right in. So that was like a January doctor's appointment. I'm recording this in June, just so y'all can get the full timeline here. So she gives me 30 days. She was taking us until like end of February, mid-February. And I go back to the doctor. Now I'm at this point, I'm like, I don't even feel like recording because I've already was a little bit burnt out. Now my health is in danger. So now I need to like hone in on this. I need to hone in on what I need to do to not have high blood pressure. So that's where I kind of like bounced, because I was like, I need to focus on this. So I go to the doctor February, and she's like, well, your pressure is down, but it's not at the right pressure. Like the numbers aren't good enough for your age, basically. She said you got it down, but it's not like down. So basically I was reading in that 166/102 at the initial point of finding out my blood pressure was high. After the 30 days, I was reading in at like 140 over, we'll say between 85 and 92, 93, 94. So I got it down to there, but that wasn't enough to not be on high blood pressure medicine, because at this point my heart is still beatboxing to catch up, you know? So now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to take this medicine. I don't want to. So she gives me a low dose high blood pressure medicine. So I'm like, now I have to go in hyper gear to fix this, because I do not want to be on high blood pressure medicine. So I pull out my handy dandy Google, and I'm like, what I need to do? So now I'm working out. Now I'm juicing. I'm taking it, but I'm only taking half the pill. I'm reading my blood pressure every day. I'm working out every day. So I go back 30 days later, and now we are in March, mid-March. And she's like, okay, you got it down good. Like, she was like, so now I'm reading in at like we'll say like between 125 and 130 over 80, 83, 77, around there. So she's like, your numbers are way better now. She was like, but I think you should still take it just in case anything changes. So I'm like, ma'am, I said I don't want to be on medicine. So what are we gonna do next to get me off of this medicine? So she like, basically, I need your weight to go down for me to take you off this medicine. So I'm like, well, Miss Ma'am, I've heard about some things that help with weight. How can we accelerate this? Because I do not want to be on this medicine. So we agreed together that we'll try, because at this point, I think I've only lost like 8 pounds, and obviously at the rate that I was going, it was not going fast enough to get me off the medicine at the rate I wanted it to be. Like, I didn't want this to be 6 months down, and she's like, oh, okay, let's try to take you off now, or 8 months or 12 months. Like, I didn't want that. I wanted to be off this medicine as soon as possible. So the goal was to get my weight down so I could get off of it. Okay, so to address a couple of rumors that I heard about myself, which is fucking hilarious, but no, I'm not missing because I'm like pregnant. What? Also, a OG rumor about me was that I moved to Texas for a man. Also, not true. I'm not pregnant. I was low-key just sick. And fat. Like, not pregnant though. Not pregnant. I was still a little bit on TikTok, but I just was not making long form content because I just didn't have the steam. I didn't have the steam for that. But no man, not pregnant, not hiding no kids, and I'm not hiding no man. Okay, relax. Also, it can be very scary to like switch up the type of content that you do because life has like changed for you. Because a lot of people that's like core fans, they hear because you do X, Y, and Z, and then you can't do that no more for whatever reason. It gets a little scary. Now, not saying I'm changing up my content, because I'm not. Because my content was never like for a certain type of audience. It was just like feel good things that I like to do. We want to know what type of sunscreen that's good for black girls. I needed to know that. So I said, let me help y'all while I figure it out too. Because in Texas, you need fucking sunscreen, okay? Why you think you don't? You do. You know, I don't have, oh, let's try this food. That's because I was trying it. I never had a certain type of content, but I felt like I was taking my content so serious that the little bit of fun that I was having doing it, I was like removing that for myself. But your girl's back. I've I've knocked myself back together and we back. I have already started, I already do have a couple videos that's like uploaded and ready to go, but I didn't want to just be like randomly putting out content without addressing the elephant in the room, which is, girl, where the hell you been at? So I do have a couple of things just in case. Well, not just in case. I do have a couple of things loaded up and ready to go as far as content. But I have a few more things that I want to record before I start putting out a bunch of like I'm back messages, because I want to actually be back. Is my mental health good enough for me to be back? Yes. Also, mental health is very important, people. If you don't got people to talk to, find a therapist, okay? Talk to me. Hit me up in the comments. DM me on social media. I will listen to you. Because mental health is very, very important, especially when you move away from your hometown. Now, a lot of people, that hits them like in the first year. Like, oh, I miss my hometown. I miss this, I miss that. That didn't happen for me until like year 2 going into 3. And I was like, yo, like stuff is just not the same no more. Like, I'm a very, very small fish in a very, very big ocean. So, you know, you get, it takes you back a little bit when you're going through all of those things at one time. And I'm a very private person, so, I mean, you wouldn't have known unless I just told you. Because it's gonna look like I'm fine, but sometimes I'm not, you know? And that's okay. And that's what I had to learn for myself as well. It's okay to not be fine. Just do what you gotta do to get better, okay? And sometimes when you lost yourself, you start to gain weight. I was having bad acne. Like, I was just not taking care of myself. But sometimes you just need that little dose of reality that's like, girl, is you okay? You need somebody to say, girl, is you okay? If you need me to say that to you, let me know. I got you. I still all have to say this. If you are a full-time content creator, a 50-50 content creator, and you work and you still make content, and you don't know when it's appropriate time to take a break, whenever you fucking feel like it. Just like at your job, at your 9 to 5, you take them PTO days when you just, I'm not going today. Take that time for yourself too, because burnt out content is definitely not your best type of content. So I would suggest that you just, take the time that you need and seek the help that you need. If you need help, if you don't know how to get yourself out of the burnt out stage, and take that time for yourself, because baby, there's too much going on in the world for you to just be also feeling fucked up. So, long story long, I also had to get a job that has like actual benefits, because a doctor's visit just costs a lot of money. I'm just say that. Let alone, come on, I'm about to get a blood pressure prescription every month. Are you crazy? Do y'all know how much that costs? Without health insurance? Shit. Wrap this here up with I haven't done like full face makeup in a minute. What y'all using now? Tell me in the comments. Actually, to really recap, no, not pregnant. No, did not lose the sex for a man. Just that, and had high blood pressure, so I was sick. Beat high blood pressure. Now, will it come back around? Because that's what's in my family's. That's one of the sicknesses in my family. Maybe. Am I gonna do everything in my power to make sure it doesn't? Absolutely. Okay. And I will recommend to all my people of color, go figure out what's falling down your family tree, your family lineage. Is it diabetes? Is it high blood pressure? Is it lung cancer? Figure out what it is and do what you need to do to create preventative measures that it does not activate in your body, because you got the gene. You got the gene. It's what you do to activate it. And I was not doing right. So we eating better. We working out. We juicing. We doing all the things. And you'll see that in the upcoming videos, because that's what life is right now. The content is not going to completely change, but what else? I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. If not, I'm sure I'll talk about it in another video. But yeah, I missed y'all. I hope y'all missed me too. Put your girls back. Check in with yourself and make sure you okay up here and in here, because they both matter, okay? And you matter. All right? So it's been real. It's your girl V. The outro and the intro ain't changing. I don't care how long I've been gone. It's still me. It's your girl V. It's been real. Peace.